Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I forgot what to say right then. I was like, huh? What? Because I thought you were going to say something. That's what I get for picking on you. Wow. I was not picking on you. I was, in fact, bullying you. There's a difference. He don't even recognize when somebody You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. It is Pop-Off Friday. And I've had it. I'm tired of hearing all this ridiculousness. People are talking and crying and moaning about what's going on in the world. I'm leaving. The world's going. Leave. Be like Eva Longoria. Get on a plane, take your family, take your husband, if you got one, and beat it. Leave the United States of America. You have guaranteed that I will never change my thoughts when it comes to people who say idiotic things like they're leaving America. First of all, were you born here? Because if you weren't, goodbye. I don't understand it. Okay, so I got a question. You ready? What's the best way to save money? Like, what is the absolute best way to save money? Because that's what's going to happen over the next 4 years. Power comes from what we possess. Power comes from home ownership, having a good job or having a business, making money, being able to solidify power, solidify privilege for your family and children, solidify those things that give you worth. And we can lie about it, but we literally live in America, one of the most, if not the most prosperous country in the world. So, based on what you buy, you ready? For every dollar you spend, you should consider saving $1. If your mortgage is $800 a month, you should consider saving $800. Like, pick the largest thing that you can afford. To pay, and then pay it dollar for dollar. So if your house mortgage is the biggest, or your rent, or your car note, save the equivalent every month. Because life is going to happen, and you can't keep living off the government and thinking somebody's going to pay for you, or because you're poor, it's going to be around. Because I'm going to tell you, based on some of the things that are going on financially in this country, it's about to get stupid. And before you go off on your political nonsense, it ain't got nothing to do with Donald Trump. You're not going to be able to say Donald Trump ruined the economy, because the economy was on shaky ground for the last 20 years. I'd even say 30, because you could probably include Bill Clinton too. And we've come through some ups and downs, but that may change. Are you ready? There are 3 things that are going to destroy your life. All right? 3 things. When I use the word destroy, I mean 3 things are going to destroy your comfortability, your levelness, your foundation of your life. Now, you don't have to let it happen, but in order for it not to happen, for your foundation to be wrecked or destroyed, you have to have money saved up for when it rains, not for a rainy day, for the rainy day. 3 things destroy your life. Have you heard that before, DJ Brother Z? There are 3 things you've never heard of the 3 Ds? Death, debt, and divorce. Death, debt, and divorce. I would have added T, it would have been taxes. But anyway. Death devastates you so that you become immobile and you can't move and you can't make decisions. That's why you have things like wills and trusts, so that when people die, it kicks in and you don't have to make any decisions. Debt, well, I'm going to hit that last. What about divorce? We're going to be amicable and we're going to split everything. That means if you did have a retirement fund, it would be split in half. Maybe. House, sold and split in half. Savings, split in half. Furniture, split it. Like, you got to figure out how to get through all and navigate all that stuff. But then there's debt. You can't get a house because you're in debt and you live in an apartment. You can't get a bigger house because you have a family and you're in debt and you're living in this house. Like, it can go on and on and on and on. And if you're looking for any level of government help, you can forget that. What do you think the city could do to help you financially? Nothing. What could the county do to help you financially? Nothing. What could the federal government do to help you financially? Absolutely nothing. They never could, and they never will. How do you fit yourself into this new administration and all the changes that are going to happen and the cuts Elon and Vivek are going to be making in services? Think about that. They're correcting something that should have been corrected under every single Congress in the last 20 years, and every single Congress kicked the can down the road. We'll handle it later. Oh, I'm leaving and I'm retiring. Handle it later. How you going to make it? Save your money. How? Some people work where there's no retirement savings. They don't have a 401k or 403b. There's a new alternative that's helped U.S. workers save more than $1.7 billion since October. You hear me? October. By some estimates, about half, this is from CNN and CBS 58. Half of most U.S. private sector workers close to 57 million people, according to AARP, do not have access to a retirement plan. So if you don't have a pension and a retirement plan, you literally have to work till you're in your 80s or 90s. Your company doesn't offer it. You don't qualify to participate at your employer's existing plan. That's one reason why policy experts see a retirement savings crisis on tap over the next several decades. But the advent of, get this, state-qualified, state-sponsored auto individual retirement account programs that workers can be automatically enrolled in if their employers don't have a workplace plan. And it'll help make a dent in that gap. Auto IRAs are relatively new. The first one started in 2017. It's now in 17 states. Only 10 are currently in effect, with others scheduled to come online next year. But looking at 8 of the programs, more than 900,000 workers have already amassed a savings of over $1.7 billion as of October. That's according to Georgetown Center for Retirement Initiatives. And 2 new ones released this week, right? 2 analyses found broad-based benefits, especially for, you ready, low to middle income earners who are most likely not able to have access to a workplace retirement account. It's kind of that simple. What they do is they withhold a preset savings rate, usually like 5%. You may be able to make it higher. And every time you get paid, it goes in. You're not allowed to match it, but some participating workers may benefit from the federal savings tax credit or a new federal savers match coming into effect in 2027. So essentially, if you don't make a lot of money, you can still start a 401k or a 403b individual retirement account without having to have all the money. You have to cut your debt. You have to cut your credit cards. You have to cut your personal loans. Why do I say that? The federal government is not going to save you. They've got obligations that literally have to be paid first. One is Social Security. So the money you're putting in is going into a pile of money that's already in the negative. That's one. Number 2, Medicare. So when you reach 65, you get to do what? You either get to hold off and get it later, or you get it, but either way, they got to pay for it. And even though you pay some into Medicare A and B, and then there's Medicare Advantage, which is C, and Medicare D for drug, you still got to pay for most of that stuff. But third is the interest payments they're making on the debt that America has. So if you think you're in debt, America is $36 trillion in debt. So how's this administration at any level going to help you? It's kind of easy. Pay off your house, pay off your credit cards, pay off your personal loans, and make sure you check with a competent tax professional that can walk you through what the ramifications are going to be. But if you don't remember anything about anything I ever said, remember this. It's about the math.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth. Coming with straight truth.
We have to make sure that when we talk about making change, when you talk about vote, when you talk about these elections, when you talk about how we're going to get ahead, we definitely got to start paying attention to the local process, because these are the processes that are governing our lives.
Yes.
And they got you looking across the street down
Absolutely.
At Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. They've got you looking at Project 2025, but you barely got money to stay alive.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. p.m.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Registration is now open for Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Microsoft Certification Course. Classes start Monday, November 11th, 2024 through Friday, January 10th, 2025. Join them Mondays and Wednesdays from 9:30 a to 11:30 a with practice times available on Fridays from 9:30 a to 11:30 a. Earn your Microsoft certificate in PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, all with an in-person instructor. Work at your own pace and add new skills to your resume. For more information, visit tmul.org. Hurry, space is limited.
At Concordia University, Wisconsin, your future is more than a degree. It's an opportunity to lead and serve. With over 90 degrees, small class sizes, and a supportive Christian community, we prepare you to have a vocation with purpose, both in your career and in life. Whether you're a high schooler with big dreams or a full-time adult with a busy schedule, Concordia is here to help you reach your goals. Concordia University, Wisconsin. Live uncommon.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, garage doors giving you a headache? Best way I know how to deal with it is to call my friends at Geis. Family owned since 1955. Geis is a trusted authority on garage doors and openers in southeastern Wisconsin. Trust me, I use them too. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. So for fast, reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com, GEISDOORS.com, or 262-784-4250. That's 262-784-4250. Tell them Dr. Ken said call. Don't think twice. Call Geis. 833-212-1017 is the number. Okay, so I got a question. Are you watching the Mike Tyson fight tonight? You watching Iron Mike tonight? You watching Mike tonight? You gonna watch it on Netflix?
No, I'm going to wrestling.
You're going to You're going to wrestling?
Yep.
Or as they used to say when I was growing up, wrestling. You going to wrestling?
Yep, at Pfizer.
Okay. I ain't mad at you. Who's on the card tonight?
It's like just SmackDown, so.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's still subject to change.
Like a round robin, whoever show up.
Yeah.
So, I got a note out to Mr. Paul. As you know, this is from CBS News. Former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson is set to take on YouTube sensation and current professional boxer Jake Paul in a highly anticipated heavyweight fight Friday night at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas. It'll mark the first time Tyson, 50-6, 50 wins, 6 losses, and 44 knockouts, has entered the ring for a pro bout since retiring in 2005. Paul, record 10 wins, 1 loss, and 7 knockouts, will be fighting for the third time in 2024 in what is easily his highest profile bout to date. The matchup between The 58-year-old Tyson and 27-year-old Paul was initially scheduled for July 20th, but had to reschedule to give Tyson time to recover from medical issues stemming from a stomach ulcer. Here's what you need to know. It's tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific on Netflix. There will be 3 bouts before Tyson and Paul enter the ring. The main event will occur once those bouts have concluded, with the exact timing dependent on the length of the preceding fights. How many rounds? 8 2-minute rounds. Slightly shorter than a typical 3-minute round that most professional men's boxing fights are scheduled for. Both men will also wear heavier boxing gloves than heavyweights often do. 14-ounce gloves versus the 10-ounce. And who you think gonna win? 833-212-1017. Who gonna win? I just want to know. I'm kind of stuck because, first of all, people that's really, really great on the internet and on, like Netflix and got following on Instagram, I think he's going to fall victim to Mike Tyson's best quote I've ever heard him say. Everybody has a plan till you get punched in the face. Everybody wants to do what they do, and then they get punched in the face, and then the world is over. And so I want to see this guy get punched in the face. I hope Mike Tyson wins, because World Age and look, I'm reading World Boxing Council, and I'm thinking old age. Anyway, old age and treachery beats out youth and exuberance every time. There's nothing like experience. He lost to Evander Holyfield in an upset in 1996, and in 1997, Tyson was disqualified because he bit off a chunk of Holyfield's ear. His subsequent performances in the ring that were largely overshadowed by bizarre antics during the fight in between matches. He lost his final title fight against then heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis in June of 2002 and retired following consecutive knockout losses to other opponents in 2024 and 2004 and 2005. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in his first year eligibility. His last fight was an exhibition, non-professional match against former champion Roy Jones in November 2020. Will he win? Will he not? Here's the thing. I don't really care. He has Paul, best known as a popular YouTuber and former Disney star, decided to become a professional boxer 4 years ago. How's that going to work out? He fought his second professional fight on the undercard of Tyson's and Jones, but since promoted himself to main event because he's got what? 27 million followers on Instagram, 18.2 million followers on TikTok, and 4.6 million on X. A single loss versus 10 wins. 7 of those were knockouts. The lone loss came against Tommy Fury, the younger brother of former undisputed heavyweight Tyson Fury, who was named after Mike Tyson, believe it or not. So what are they saying? What are the experts saying? What are you saying? 833-212-1017. Let me check the talking text line first, because I'm sitting here talking all this trash. All right. Come on. I'm having one of those days today. It's Friday. It's pop-off day. So, it's pop-off Friday. There we go. So, let me see what they say. Or, I guess, do people even care about this fight? Experts predict former opponents Lewis and Jones were both predicting a Tyson victory as is his namesake, Tyson Fury. Former boxing championship Oscar De La Hoya also likes Tyson, but former heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua is going with Paul. as is Paul's brother Logan. Duh. Odds makers have had Paul as a slight favorite, but the betting line has been moving toward Tyson throughout fight week. I really don't know who'll win. And to be honest with you, honestly, I really don't care. Like, I don't really care if Mike Tyson gets punched in the face and falls, or if, like, I just don't. I just don't. Does anybody really care? Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? See, the beauty of it, like, only like half of you all picked up that ode to the group Chicago. But, oh well. 833-212-1017 is the number. I don't anticipate this fight being an issue. I think it's going to be long waited. I don't know why they put fights on the card when people really don't want to see them. They really only want to see Mike Tyson. But I guess you got to get your I guess you got to get seen somehow. I guess. Nobody really care. Does anybody really care? Does anybody really care? I'm getting all my strange stories out of the way. Oh, and by the way, at 5:15, I've got an interview with Concordia University about their scholarships from the director of traditional admission, Miss Turper. So it's going to be a great interview. Make sure you stick around. She'll be talking about all sorts of things, talking about Concordia and the scholarships they have and how you can apply and all that stuff, because it is basically it's big week and it's college month, college scholarship month. So, you know, we just want to make sure you have access to money. And so this entire month, right? It's only the 15th. This entire month long, we'll be highlighting local universities who offer tuition scholarships like Concordia and local organizations to help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships. So don't miss it. All month long here on The Truth, you're going to hear interviews like this. Don't miss this important information, 5:15 today, on how your student can go to college and more than likely be debt-free. College Scholarship Month on The Truth is sponsored by Concordia University, Wisconsin Live Uncommon and Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Traffic, sports, and weather up next.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m., hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures, bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
Well, we got big problems on 894 southbound. Delays starting at National Avenue down through the Hale and onto 894 eastbound, where we have a crash that is blocking the 60th Street on-ramp to 894 eastbound. And then we've also got a broken down vehicle at Loomis that was in traffic. It's all off on the right shoulder now. Still seeing some delays along westbound 94 from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. The Mitchell Boulevard off-ramp, by the way, is blocked right now because of a crash down on Mitchell Boulevard. So careful with that. We got the eastbound side of 94 slowing down from about 92nd Street all the way to 27th. And then a heavy ride southbound 43 from before Hampton to Capitol, and then again from Locust all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge all the way to the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with night showers, a high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Green Bay Packers are just a few days away from their road matchup in Chicago to take on the Bears fresh off their bye week. The Bears will have a new offensive coordinator this week as Shane Waldron was fired. Matt LaFleur discussing some of the challenges that lie ahead of his team facing a new coordinator.
I'm sure there's going to be some unscouted looks, but that could be every week, especially when you're going into a division rivalry game. So you just kind of got to go off what they've shown on tape and really trust your rules.
Packers-Bears set for a kickoff at noon on Sunday afternoon. Over to college hoops, where the Wisconsin Badgers will welcome in the 9th-ranked Arizona Wildcats to Madison tonight. Both teams undefeated. Tip time set for 8 p.m. And staying with college hoops, 15th-ranked Marquette will be on the road in Maryland tonight. Tip-off for that game is set for 7. Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, Truth Nation, we teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. So, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's Black Business Give Back, one word. blackbusinessgives.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. So, for official rules, head to blackbusinessgives.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. So, Terrence said Tyson is going to win. Great entertainment. Well, you talking about me or Mike Tyson? I don't know. You're talking about me or Mike Tyson? Okay. So here's the deal. I think Mike gonna punch dude, but I saw that picture of Mike Tyson. He wasn't looking too like buff like he was before. I think Mike is just fighting and Mike gonna lose and Mike gonna get paid $20 million. Because this other knucklehead, 27-year-old, is getting paid $40 million. Are you serious? Are you serious? Anyway, Creation Muse said, I got a feeling that if Tyson wins, he's gonna take a shot at the title to have the record for the oldest boxer to win a heavyweight title. Here's the deal. Beating a 27-year-old does not give you the right to think you can beat the heavyweight title holder. I'm just saying. A title shot would be a huge payday. It probably would. And then he said, well, Creation Muse said George Foreman was 45. How old is Mike Tyson? Like 54, 57, something like that? He up there. Dude up there. So I don't know. Terrence said all day, make that money. Okay, Dr. Harris, you're a great entertainment as well. What do you mean as well? You was talking about them? All right, Terrence. Wait till I see you next time. That's why I didn't let you hold the microphone. No, I'm just teasing. I thank you for supporting us for the Truth Summit and all that stuff. It was great. Tyson was looking very quick with that slap. Yeah, he did, didn't he? He was talking trash and then pow! And then the Paul was rubbing his feet, a little hurt. But I was like, dude, you was so shocked. Stop. And you know what? They probably set this up anyway. All right, now Mike Tyson's going to come in and you're gonna let him slap you. And then people are going to get riled up and they're going to want to watch it. I wonder, after the slap, how many people signed up for Netflix? Like, how many people? Wait a minute. I'm going to do like everybody else. I'm going to check my AI. How many people signed up for Netflix after Mike Tyson slapped I don't think it's going to come up with an answer. Yep, they haven't publicly disclosed any sign-ups following the incident where Mike Tyson slapped Jake Paul during their weigh-in. While this event has generated significant media attention and public interest, any direct impact on Netflix subscriber numbers remains unreported. It's important to note that companies like Netflix typically release subscriber statistics during their quarterly earnings meeting, which will provide a comprehensive view of their performance over a set period. All right. So we're not going to know. That was from ChatGPT. We're not going to know. We're not going to know till all this stuff is over. You see what Tenji put in the YouTube? Oh my goodness. It is Pop Off Friday. Let me tell you. Age ain't everything when you Mike blankety blank Tyson. I ain't mad. That's true though. He might bite your ear off. You think he'll eat his beard? Think Mike will get mad at him, just eat his beard? We're not letting age be a limiting factor. Your body is 20, 30 years older than it was. So I don't know where you get off thinking that when you get older, you get better. In some things, yes. and other things, no. Now, do you believe in old man strength? You believe in old man strength? You don't? Okay.
I mean, like dad strength or new dad strength, yeah.
That snatch you up?
But like not old people.
That's old man strength. Mess with somebody 60 or 70, see if they don't snatch you up. He's saying that because, how tall are you, like 6'3"? He's just saying that because he's 6'3", 230 some odd pounds. But I'm 6'2", 230 some odd pounds, so let's rock. Now, if I get beat up, y'all make sure to call the senior citizen. call the senior citizen squad with MPD and say, DJ Brother Z, beat me up. I'm hurt. Right? I'm gonna fall out. Like if you look at me wrong, I'm gonna fall out and say you push me. I did the same thing to Jason, and then I stood up and Jason stood next to me, and they were like, "Yeah, right." I was like, "No, Jason beat me up. He's young." Okay. They didn't believe me. I think I only got him by what, maybe 6 inches, and probably at least 100 pounds. So I don't know. It's not my fault. Y'all leave Mike Tyson alone. Mike Tyson gonna win. Mike gonna win. Cause you know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, Mike, y'all can fight. And then I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and it's either gonna be the biggest knockout and all the So do you think if Jake Paul loses, think he's gonna lose all his followers and go from like 27 million to like 2? Like 2 people, him and his brother. Because, I mean, bottom line, whoever came up with this idea, it's got to be great. If I can pay, but wait a minute, where's it going to be at? In Dallas? The Tyson fight? I thought it was in Dallas. Okay, watch this. Hey, Siri, where is the Tyson-Paul fight tonight?
Okay, I found this on the web for where is the Tyson-Paul fight tonight. Check it out.
Okay, y'all, Siri is stupid. It told me Netflix. But that's what I asked, right? I didn't ask the right number, the right question. All right, so where is the Tyson fight being held? Okay, AT&T Stadium. So watch this. Hey Siri, how many seats does AT&T Stadium in Texas hold?
The AT&T Stadium in Texas has a seating capacity of 80,000. It can be expanded to 100,000 when necessary.
Okay. Okay, I got the answer. So let's go with 80,000, right? Let's go with 80,000. So if I got 80,000 people, let's say I fill it up, paying $475 for a ticket, that's $38 million. Then you got sponsors. Then you got all this other stuff. Because if Jake is getting 40 and Mike Tyson's getting 20, I think that might be the cheapest ticket. You know what I'm saying? That might be the cheapest ticket. Oh, you want some food? Oh, that's going to be $1,000. Oh, you want to be in the suite next to the ring? Oh, that's going to be $1 million. I just want to get paid. But would you get paid? How can I phrase this? How much money would you get paid to fight Mike Tyson? Like little old you fight Mike Tyson. What would I want to do to get in the ring to fight Mike Tyson? And in order to get paid, Mike has to be able to punch me at least once. But you know that one time is going to knock you out. It'll get you brain damage. This is crazy. 833-212-1017 is the number. I don't know if I'm Technically, the fight is bordering elder abuse. And then the person said, but my bet is on Mike. Really? Are you racially motivated voting for Mike Tyson? That's the question. White versus black. Are you voting for Mike Tyson because he's black? Realistically, I think Tyson might throw the fight. Legacy. That's a good one. It just might be legacy. But would you throw a fight knowing that your legacy would go? Well, do you really care at this point at 57 years old? What your legacy is? You're already in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. If he loses, say that on air.
If he loses, his legacy is now going to be known as the guy that lost to the white boy, the white YouTuber.
Do you think he'd be the only black guy that lost a fight to a white guy?
What, a white YouTuber like that? Come on. Mike, with that type of name?
But if he wins, then what?
Reparations.
All he get is $20 million. Jake Paul can lose, and he's still getting paid $40 million. All I got to get paid is one time, $40 million. I'm not even going back. You want to go back and get some more? I can get you 80. Nope. Done. Because it'll take me all that time to recuperate from getting punched in the face.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jamming with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year, 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cobbs Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tenji said, Dr. Ken, I'm out. Have a blessed weekend. You can't leave. You better keep listening. You out the chat, right? You better be out the chat, but you better keep listening. 833-212-1017 is the number. Terrence said, can't wait to listen to the broadcast on Monday to see what you will say about the fight. You know what I'm going to say? I'm mad it wasn't me. That's $60 million. What? 20? That's $60 million between the two of them. I'm sitting there trying to get $60. They got 60 million of them. Let age be a limiting factor. Age is a limiting factor. Dude just gonna walk in, walk up to Paul and punch him. Fight's gonna be over. Talking all that trash. Let's dance around. Nobody does that. That's why it's always funny when people want to fight the police. Come on. We're going to get in the fight. They not dancing with you. Taser. Taser, taser, taser. Bzz, done. Fight's over. Come on, let's fight. Pepper spray. Psh, done. So, except Mike got one of these. So here's my question. Hit me on the talking text. When he knocks Paul out, or when Paul staggers, is it going to be a straight punch, like a jab, or is it going to be an uppercut? That's worth taking the odds on. I'm drinking some hot chocolate. So somewhere in Vegas, they're taking odds as to how he's going to knock him out. Like, is it going to be a jab or is it going to be a boom?
But that's the thing. In the rules, he can't knock him out.
What do you mean he can't knock him out?
Like, look up the rules for the fight. They have specific rules, and one of the rules is that Mike Tyson cannot knock him out in any of the rounds.
Why not? Because they got to make their money, right?
He's a pretty boy, yeah. That's why I'm saying if he so happens to lose, like, your legacy is ruined, despite the rules.
Well, then Mike might just beat him up enough so that he quits. All right. It's a fully sanctioned 8-round bout that will be included on both of their boxing records. Okay, but what's the rules? Tell me the rules. Time's ticking. 8 rounds, 2 minutes per, 14-ounce gloves. He doesn't say. Scoring, he really doesn't say. But what you mean he can't knock him out? Because he got a pretty face? Man, knock that knucklehead. Pow! Knock him out. No earful, no powerful, just pow. Knock him out. That's going to be wicked. That is going to be a wicked fight. It is either going to be the absolute funniest thing you've ever seen, or you're going to fall out. It's at the Cowboy Stadium. Yeah, I saw that. Old people's strength. I believe in old people's strength. Yeah, thanks, Rob. So I found that it holds 80, but they can expand it to 100. Where do you add 20,000 people to a stadium? DJ Brother Z, I know we got 80,000 here, but I think we need 20,000. Like, how do you just expand a stadium to add 20,000 people? Now, if that was the case, wouldn't you just have 20,000 extra people for 100? like, wouldn't you just make the 100,000 the extra $100,000 times 475? I'm thinking that's some pretty good money, but don't count me. Don't count me. And so, I guess we're trying to get that way. I guess we're finally doing things at AmFam Field. We're doing concerts there now. Because people get all weird about well, I don't know if we should do, oh my God, it's the place. We can't do that. We gotta be nice to it, and whatever. Makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Bottom line, none of us are fighting. And Mike Tyson will probably beat the snot. No, well, I don't know. He is a pretty young guy. He looked like he has some guns on him, so. And Mikey is 57. So you get punched in the face at 57. Well, no, because then you punch Mike in the face. Mike get mad and go after dude and bite his nose off. You think he'll get disqualified if he bites his nose off? I mean, that's the same as punching him and knocking him out, right? But wait a minute. This kid already got lost the fight already, right? So what's the big deal? He'll be 10-2. He'll be 10-2. Big deal. Can't wait to listen to the broadcast on Monday. Man, I'm going to be laughing. Well, depending on the fight, I might have to come on live on Saturday to do a mea culpa. I was wrong. Mike Tyson did not win. He got his head beat in. So wait a minute. So Jake Paul can knock out Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson cannot knock out Jake Paul. Does that tell you what? Does that tell you what they think's going to happen? Like that right there should go. You should go, you know what? All the money's on Mike. You think it went up in Vegas when Mike slapped him? He didn't even go after Mike Tyson. Any grown man worth his salt, well, he is only what? How is he, like 27 years old? So he's Gen Z, right? He probably never been slapped before in his life. He was like, what was that? Ooh, he was like, did somebody slap me? That's what a slap feels like? He probably never got a spanking in his life. Yep, had a helicopter mom. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hey, we got top 5 at 5 up next.
The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
And at the top, rises for 3 over Young and buries it.
Find the Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm only going fast because I have an interview at 5:15. The caller, you got 30 seconds. What's up?
About this coming up, this fight tonight.
Uh-huh.
I totally agree that any man who is not quick enough to move your head or get a hand up before a man that's twice your age slaps you, your youth is being wasted on the young because your reflexes should be fast enough to block that punch.
Very much so.
And I wish there was a meme from Harlem Nights. I don't know if you were Fanshawe, where Red Fox said, that champ gonna kill that white boy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I believe. He's not a real fighter. He has lost to someone who is at his level, who was also not a real fighter.
Right.
So if Mike was fighting Wilder or one of those top heavyweights, I'd be worried about him. But I think the body shots, and this is what Roy Jones, who's an expert at announcing boxing and analyzing boxing, experienced and talked about yesterday. The body shot that Jake Paul will endure will break him down enough where he might pretend to be knocked out just so Mike will lose.
All right. Well, thank you much. I appreciate it.
Good night.
833-212. Yeah, but he's just gonna lay there with his hands down. I'm hurt. Now you know we're gonna all be crying Monday if Mike Tyson lose. I'm just saying we're gonna be like, can you believe Mike Tyson lost? Oh my goodness, Mike got whooped. Which will be a rarity, but who knows?
Number 5.
From CBS 58, Minnesota guy, right? After serving 16 years behind bars, a Minnesota man was released from prison after a judge vacated his murder conviction for a crime prosecutors say he did not commit. Edgar Barrientos Quintana was sentenced to life in prison without parole in 2009 after he was found guilty of killing 18-year-old Jesse Nicholson in a drive-by shooting in Minneapolis. In August, a conviction review unit under Attorney General Keith Ellison's office released a damning report that found various faults in the case against him. State Court Judge John McBride vacated the conviction, ordered his release last week. Hennepin County Attorney's Office, more than a decade after charging him, dismissed all charges this past Tuesday. Nothing can give him back 16 years, and for that we are very sorry, Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty said during a news conference. And when the criminal system does not function ethically, it causes significant harm. The National Registry, check this out, the National Registry for Exonerations has recorded 3,614 exonerations since 1989, and just last year they had 153. 84% were non-white. Exonerations of wrongful convictions have become a result of mistaken eyewitness, police and prosecutorial misconduct, and inadequate legal defense. That's according to the Equal Justice Initiative. And so CNN previously reported misconduct by government officials has contributed to 54% of false convictions of defendants who were later exonerated just in the past 3 decades, with police misconduct in 35% of the cases. So congratulations to him. I hope if those cops are working that somebody will go back and prosecute them for putting someone in jail like that.
Number 4.
Well, out of New York, I know you've been watching this from Fox News. A Manhattan forensic pathologist who conducted the autopsy on Jordan Neely said, after he died following an aggressive outburst on a New York City subway, testified today that Neely had synthetic drugs in his system when he died, but he was killed by asphyxiation. Dr. Cynthia Harris of the City Medical Examiner's Office testified during the manslaughter trial of Marine veteran Daniel Penny, 26. Does it matter if he's a Marine? Absolutely not. She said she had ruled the 30-year-old Neely's cause of death to have been asphyxia from compression to his neck. Toxicology reports showed he had drugs in his system, although she could not identify them as broadly as synthetic cannabinoids. So he was smoking some weed, but not in specific terms of at what dose. None of that matters if the guy wasn't harming anybody or doing anything to anybody. The fact that he was screaming and hollering and had not touched anybody, but that you feared for the safety of something somebody might do, and he's dead? I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a Marine or not. I think he deserves to go to jail if he's found guilty, but I can't see a way out. I just can't see a way out.
Number 3.
From Fox6Now.com, the body of a man was found in Carver Park early this morning. Police say he was found on the basketball court with 4 gunshot wounds. It's a developing story, and an investigation is underway. And that's near 8th and Brown, and that was around 1:45 in the morning. After arrival, crews found a man dead on the basketball court, 4 gunshot wounds. Medical examiner has identified him as 18-year-old Jalen Powell. When more information is given, that particular story will be updated.
Number 2.
So there's a strange, it's kind of strange. There's a strange story that was out, okay? Now, I know folks that work at the Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office, okay? Is this a critique? Yep. So, Ozaukee County car theft, this is also from fox6now.com. Ozaukee County car thefts on the rise, authorities urge precautions. And so I thought, well, that was nice. Let me read the story. You know, because I work in Ozaukee County. I'm just saying. Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office noted on today that there's been a rise of car thefts in the county over the past week. Authorities are urging the public to prevent crimes of this kind to consider the following precautions. Keep your exterior lights and motion sensors on during the night. Park your car inside a garage when possible. Keep your car doors locked when parked outside. Remove valuables from your vehicle at night, including garage door openers and other keys. And report any suspicious activities you observe. That last one, I'm not driving through Ozaukee County anymore. Oh, look, there's a black guy. Go get him. No, I'm just kidding. And so you can send an anonymous text, keyword OZSO, followed by your message to 847-411. So here's the issue I'm having. You ready? It says Ozaukee County car thefts on the rise. All right, here's a question. How many? Like, what was the number before and what's the number now? This is what I'm talking about. From Fox 6 News digital team. Who wrote this story? Let me see who wrote this story. Did they put? Nope, they didn't put him in. You know why? Because they didn't tell how many car thefts they had in Ozaukee County. It's like they're protecting the reputation of Ozaukee County. Any reporter, any journalist would have put they had this many year to date, and now they got this many. We had so many the week before, and now we had this many. You would do that to Milwaukee County in a heartbeat. You would say how many deaths because of cars. You'd be telling statistics about cars that ain't got nothing to do with anything but to bash the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. But then you put something on for Ozaukee County, and you have the audacity to not even tell how far it's up. And I know people in Ozaukee County. I like people in Ozaukee County. Well, I used to.
Number 1.
This from Journal Sentinel, JS Online. Ascension, Wisconsin is closing a Waukesha Micro Hospital, labor and delivery units in Brookfield and Mequon hospitals, and inpatient mental health units at Racine and Mequon hospitals. It's the latest move by Ascension Wisconsin to consolidate care to fewer hospitals, including services for pregnant women, cardiac patients, mental health patients needing overnight stays. It also comes as Ascension, the national health system and parent of Ascension Wisconsin, continues to struggle with large financial losses amid this past May's cyber attack. It'll close micro hospitals in Waukesha in January 2025. Only opened a few years ago, as a matter of fact. And they also said that the micro hospital had consistently low volumes in a community with good access to care from other health systems. So, Ascension aims to concentrate higher acuity, specialized care at centralized locations in southeastern Wisconsin to optimize patient care and necessary resources, including equipment and clinicians. So we will see how that goes. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, remember, it's big week for Concordia University Wisconsin College Scholarship Month on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. This week, we highlight the many scholarship opportunities they offer students and tell why your student should apply to attend Concordia. Remember, if you're a high school student with big dreams or a full-time adult with a busy schedule, Concordia University is here to help you reach your goals and so much more. For more information, visit cuw.edu, or you can stay right here and in 3 minutes, listen to my interview with Concordia University admissions.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
I want to ask you just a simple question. Are you afraid of black people? Yes or no? And if so, why? Does it matter where we're from? If we're from Africa, are you more afraid of an African black, a Haitian black, a Caribbean black, a Jamaican black, a Kamala Harris black, like a hybrid black? Are you only half afraid of biracial people? Are you afraid of black people? I'm curious. And if so, why? Has a black person or have black people hurt you or harmed you in any way?
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place and instead of what you came for, you found a phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. For help with drug use, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/knowtherisks.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. College Month on Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is presented by Educators Credit Union and Concordia University, Wisconsin. Now, here is Dr. Ken Harris to talk about how your scholar can get some dollars.
Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Dr. Ken Harris. We're here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I have an interview with a person who I literally have never met before, but we work actually in the same place at Concordia University, Wisconsin. As you know, this is College Scholarship Month, and one of our sponsors, Concordia University, Wisconsin, was gracious enough to talk to us. I'm going to let Leah Terp tell us exactly what her title is because I tried to just remember it. And, you know, if it's over 3 words, then it'll kind of get away from me. So tell us, what is it that you do at Concordia University?
Yeah, for sure. I am the director of our traditional undergraduate admission team, which basically means I work with the team of counselors that are connecting with our traditional college-age students interested in the university.
Okay. And so basically your job is to be like, I don't know if you know the old song, Hotel California, where, you know,
yes.
you can visit, but you can never leave. You know,
right.
to try to make,
I love that. I'm going to use it. Yes, that's perfect.
to try to make it an experience where they understand what Concordia is all about. But do people really understand, what is Concordia really all about?
That is a great question. I love to answer it, too. So, as you know, Concordia is a Lutheran Christian university, and we have this great mission statement where we are telling students that we're committed to helping them develop in mind, body, and spirit for service to Christ in the church and in the world. So, Concordia is one of 6 universities in what we call our Concordia University system, and those other universities are situated throughout the United States. And as you may know, we've actually been around since 1881 and began not too far from your studios there in Milwaukee at Trinity Lutheran Church, and where they were educating students for pastoral ministry. But since then, we have curated over 100 different programs based in liberal arts, offering both all bachelor's, master's, doctorate degrees for traditional age students, as well as adults who are returning to the higher ed setting. So lots going on here.
And so why do you think today, why is higher education so important?
So I think both for the young and not so young, higher ed is an opportunity to discover the place where their passions and God-given gifts and interests intersect. And we like to call that their vocation or calling. And these institutions offer the ability for students to grow in their communication skills, critical thinking, and problem solving in an environment that generates a growth mindset for these students.
But then I can go to school anywhere, right? I can
You
go to
sure
a state
can,
school,
yeah.
I can go to another private school. Why higher education in a Christian environment? What makes that uncommon?
Yeah, so I consider Christian education, whether it's kindergartners through the higher ed setting, to be uncommon because it exists in a world where being in service to other people is not a common thing that we are encouraged to do. And so we are constantly challenging students to live a life that serves others rather than themselves. This institution, when it's focused in Christ, employs faculty and staff who themselves are servants, like yourself, doing their best to show Christ in the work they do and the interactions that they have. I would say, like here at our university, it's not uncommon to see uplifting Bible verses on T-shirts around campus, or hear our students share their Concordia story with prospective students, emphasizing those faith-growing opportunities that exist here on a daily basis.
And so you don't have to be Christian to go there, but
Absolutely not.
But if you're Christian, you don't have to be ashamed of it either.
Not at all. And in fact, I think a lot of students don't recognize the heart that they have for servant leadership until they walk onto a campus like this.
And so even though you do traditional undergrad, you've got postgraduate, you've got like accelerated, you've got non-traditional, you've got certificates, you got all those things that a lot of other universities have. But you were in the accelerated space long before many other universities in Wisconsin even thought about it. What makes CUW unique among those other local universities?
Well, I think having been in the space for as long as we have been, and I went to try and calculate it, I want to say it's been more than 20 years, which seems like a really long time. But it's allowed us to be part of the community in a very relevant way. Maybe you remember early on we had the centers that existed in various parts of Wisconsin.
That's how I got my second bachelor's degree.
There you go. Right. Yeah, which was a great outreach piece for us. And again, reaching people where they were at. And now with the onset of the online classroom, we can make these programs more accessible to more people at reasonable prices, which I think is always a very important piece of this equation. But at the same time, what students are getting in that format is not any different than what they would get if they were an on-campus student, right? They're getting these really great connections with faculty who are exceptional and professional in the areas that they're teaching.
Now, you have scholarships available for students. Are they traditional, accelerated? Who gets to be blessed by a scholarship at Concordia?
Yeah, we have so many scholarships for both the traditional and accelerated student populations. And really, the first step for any of these students is applying to the university and being accepted as a future Concordian. And that kind of just kicks off that process.
And so, how do I apply? So do I go to the website?
How do you apply? I love this question. It's the simplest one.
Like what do I? Because many times you go to these university websites and it's a maze.
Oh, yes, we don't want to
right?
maze. No, you go to our webpage, www.cuw.edu, and in the top left corner, there is apply, and that's all you do to start that process.
Wait a minute. That's it?
That's it. That's all you got to do.
And so I don't have to go find the college, find the program, click through all this pages.
You start with just click that apply. It's not that hard. If you can read, you can see that. And we ask you a few questions along the way, but it will take you less than 15 minutes to get her done.
Now, what's the name of the scholarship that you give?
Oh, we have so many scholarships, Ken. We have scholarships that are set aside for accelerated students or graduate students. We call them uncommon scholarships because they are applied to students in many different programs, but kind of applied at a per credit rate. But they are open to students who are employed in our corporate partners, who are Concordia alumni otherwise, veterans and their dependents, and even for employees of qualifying Christian schools and churches. So lots of opportunities there for that non-traditional group, as well as our traditional student scholarships. We typically start with that merit-based aid, those things that people recall, from years ago, applying to the university and submitting those transcripts, and we start with the GPA. And from there, we have a slew of possibilities, including our campus visit scholarship, an opportunity grant for students from underrepresented backgrounds, fine arts audition scholarships, teacher scholarships, pre-pastoral scholarships, adopt a student, all kinds of opportunities for students to really help build that financial aid package for them to make it affordable.
And so really it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter if you're from another country, doesn't matter. You have really something for everybody. Most people can find themselves there.
You got it. We really do. We want a diverse group of students here at our university, and we have a great story to tell, and we just want those students to come on in and check us out so that we can see if we're the right fit for what they have as their own educational goals.
Anything else you want to add?
Visit. We know that students, no matter non-traditional, traditional, across the board, if you get to a campus and get to engage with people on that campus, it is easier to see if that school is going to be the right fit for you. So I really encourage everybody to go out and visit those schools that are of interest to you or your student.
Leah Torp from admissions at Concordia University, Wisconsin. If you're interested, go to www.cuw.edu. Thank you for being with me today.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures, bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. or visit www.kwwf.org.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We've got some backup still southbound 43 heading down from Hampton Avenue all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. So watch out for that. We do have a vehicle fire on the off-ramp to Michigan Street from 794 westbound. So heads up with that. Be extra careful. That's right around the Lincoln Memorial Drive area. Westbound 94 is slowing down from just before 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Slow again from the zoo into Waukesha County. Eastbound slowing down right past Barker Road to Brookfield Road, and then again from 84th Street all the way through the stadium interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, night showers with a high of 54. Weather's brought to you by the Corners of Brookfield. Help the big guy out this holiday season. Drop off your little one's letters in a special North Pole mailbox in the Market Square through December 22nd. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Green Bay Packers are just a few days away from their road matchup in Chicago to take on the Bears fresh off their bye week. The Bears will have a new offensive coordinator this week as Shane Waldron was fired. Matt LaFleur discussing some of the challenges that lie ahead of his team facing a new coordinator.
I'm sure there's going to be some unscouted looks, but that could be every week, especially when you're going into a division rivalry game. So you just kind of got to go off what they've shown on tape and really trust your rules.
Packers-Bears set for a kickoff at noon on Sunday afternoon. Over to college hoops, where the Wisconsin Badgers will welcome in the 9th-ranked Arizona Wildcats to Madison tonight. Both teams undefeated. Tip time set for 8 p.m. And staying with college hoops, 15th-ranked Marquette will be on the road in Maryland tonight. Tip-off for that game is set for 7. Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
I wish that I was bulletproof. I wish that I was bulletproof.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. For Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, don't spend another winter. Okay, let's not lie. Let's not spend another Friday afternoon shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal from Pella. You got 15 days. Got it? No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills. You know, Energies is jacking up. In over 2 years, it's going to go up 12%. Well, how do you save on energy bills? Thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been part of your home throughout its history. Visit PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI.com. When they ask you, how did I hear about this? Tell them Dr. Ken Harris. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024. You only got 15 days, and you might be able to take care of your house for the next 50 years. 833-212-1017 is the number. Vincent, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Good evening, Dr. Ken. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, you ready for the weekend?
Well, it's already the weekend, so yes.
Yeah. Well, my comment is that it's interesting that your guest from Concordia College mentioned that
Concordia University.
Concordia University, that they were looking at least for a diverse population of students, and I think that's great. But it seems like our president-elect, Donald Trump, said that he's going to try to have the Justice Department. He's going to tell the Justice Department to go after universities and colleges who have DEI programs.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
I think that's what he said.
But that's not what he said. He said he's going to go after colleges and universities where people who were victims of DEI, right? Because there's I'm gonna let you finish. It's Friday. What the heck?
No, but he said he was going after programs that had DEI programs. He was going to fine. He was going to levy fines against the universities who promoted DEI and those individuals. Then he said those individuals who were harmed by their particular.
But that's
program.
what he means. That's what that means. He's going to levy fines against those who harmed individuals. Those two are connected.
Harm individuals.
Because he can't just go after a DEI program because you just can't. So.
Oh, why can't he? Why can't he defund?
You explain to me how he can't defund a university like that. That's not how it works.
Well, that's exactly what he wants the Justice Department to do, because that's exactly what he said.
But they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to. And
you don't think so?
No. And you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop. Well, first of all, what is it that you see diversity as being, and why is it needed? Let me put it like that.
Well, first of all, I think you need a diverse population of students because it helps out the students. It helps them. If the students look more like what the country is about, I think it helps the students grow not on in a social way, that they can come out here and work with people, with different people, instead of being cloistered in let's say a monolithic university that.
But most workplaces are monolithic. Most workplaces are predominantly white, and most colleges are predominantly white. So even if that was an argument, it doesn't. I'm being devil's advocate. It doesn't hold water because no matter where you go, unless you go to an HBCU. Now, are you looking to do the same thing at a historically black college or university?
Oh, certainly.
So you want to send white students, Hispanic students, and Asian students to historically black colleges and universities and diversify them.
And the fact is, I think they are open. They're open to that because they have those particular students going to those different universities.
You know, they don't have anywhere near a diverse population just because you got 3, 4, 5 white people going to an HBCU. You do know that, right?
I still think that tends to have a well-rounded university, a well-rounded student.
But I need you to address the fact that they would be at a HBCU. Are you asking for the same? So you want every single university to be diverse?
Yeah, I want everybody, to be diverse. To accept
and so, what is that number? And what is that?
Different races.
So no. That's too general. What does it look like?
What does it look like?
What does diversity look like? Are you talking? Are you talking 3 white males, 2 minority males, and a woman? Are you talking equal numbers?
Hopefully, once people see that those people are accepted in that university, then it helps out those students at that university. Hopefully,
that's
more
a big
individuals
if.
will apply to those. Hopefully, more students will apply.
That's a big if.
There has to be a starting point. But what I'm saying is,
but what if I don't want it? What if I don't want to go to school with white people? I want to go to school with black people and go to an HBCU, and I don't want black people there.
Excuse me, what did you just say?
What if I want to go to a historically black college or university because I don't want to go to a PWI? I want to go to an all-black school, and I want black people there.
Well, if that's what you want to do, and that's not available to you, then you're out of luck. You know, that's my point.
But most HBCUs don't have an absorbent number of. the diversity is going to do what the students want. If the students complain and say, I'm not coming there, they're going to figure out a way to have predominantly black students there, just like white schools do.
Well, you can say that, but the point is that it hasn't come to fruition. The fact is, this scenario hasn't come to fruition. The fact is that those HBCUs are open to anyone that wants to come there.
Sure.
And
sure.
So
now, do you think a white person would be comfortable at an HBCU? On average,
obviously so, because there's several that are already there. So obviously those folks are comfortable being there.
So are you saying that black students that are at predominantly white schools, they're there because they're comfortable?
Oh yes, because I went to a predominantly white university, and I was comfortable as well because I got an education.
Was everybody black comfortable at that school?
I was comfortable at that school.
See,
yes.
that's a nice way to isolate it, but a lot of kids, white and black, Hispanic and Asian, don't want to be around other people. They want to be around people that look like them.
That's their prerogative. I mean, that's their prerogative.
But that's what they're saying, and that's
the
why
universities. That's their prerogative. The fact is that this is a university, and they accept the students that want to be there. If you don't want to be there because for any particular reason, you don't apply and you don't go. And so the fact is, these universities are opening they want to create diversity in these universities, and so what happens is when you have a
but how do you create
how do you create
diversity
in colleges?
Explain to me how you create diversity, because diversity is not just race.
Oh, it's not just race. It's economic background. It's other things that are involved in that. But what I'm saying is when you have a president that says that he's
the president has nothing to. We're not talking about the president. We're talking about diversity in schools. You keep putting those two together. I mean, if you don't like Trump, don't like Trump. But if we're talking about diversity in schools, you yourself just went against what you said, because schools decide whether or not they're going to let students in. Schools decide through admissions who they're going to have. And I guarantee you, a lot of schools, if they were predominantly white and they became predominantly black, something would change at that school. Just like if a HBCU became predominantly white instead of predominantly black. It just, the whole mission of the school. I mean, I'm just saying.
But the point is, when you're talking about finding the universities and then trying to.
But you're separating something that's together.
Individuals who find themselves that they were bereaved at some point.
But you're separating. Isn't that what we did? Time out. Isn't that what we did when we felt used and thrown out and didn't get in school? Didn't we sue? So who's to say they can't sue?
Well, they can sue, but I don't think the federal government.
The federal government went after schools in Alabama. The federal government
mandate to go after universities.
How do you think
colleges.
black people got in schools?
What I'm saying, they shouldn't.
That's how we got in school. You don't think they should have sued? Why is it okay to sue for black people, but you can't sue for white people?
Oh, well, why? The point is that the universities are trying to have a diverse population.
Not all of them. That is not true. Not all universities are trying to have a diverse population. Come on. Are you serious?
Well, the point is that DEI programs are being dropped in this country. And
why do we need a DEI program? Why do we need a DEI program at a school?
Why do we need one?
And I'm playing devil's advocate.
Why do we need one? Because the fact is that it makes your workforce better. It makes your workforce.
Okay.
It makes your work.
Honestly, I don't believe that. I've seen too many places that don't even want to sell to minorities. They don't care whether or not minorities work for them. They're only selling to white people. They're only selling to black people. That's their prerogative.
Oh, it's their prerogative, but I think it makes your workforce better. It makes your workforce well-rounded, and the fact is it puts different people at the table. Because I've seen these individuals who just really
but that's anecdotal evidence.
Particular thing.
I need data.
They come up
that's
with these
just
naive, racist kind of things, and then they say, "Oh well, they're sorry because they don't have individuals at the table."
And you've never heard a black person say that?
Different direction.
And you've never heard a black person make a racist statement or comment?
No, No, I never said that. I never said I never heard a black person.
What I'm trying to say is that this is almost the same on both sides, and both sides have all of those things in it, and we have to be careful when we start forcing people to do something because we think it's good for them. It'll create. I think people created that because they wanted to have it created, because they wanted to say, because the federal government was giving them money and giving them things in order to be diverse. But on my experience, and I think we're probably around the same age, that when it comes down to brass tacks, people don't want black people at their school, and HBCUs don't want white people there. And that's just how it is.
But the point is, if the schools are open to it, the fact is that we've seen an effect of affirmative action being dropped because of the Supreme Court decision that several universities this spring saw a drop in African American and Hispanic enrollees, and so I'm saying this is another shoe that this president is about to drop. This president-elect is about to drop.
It's got to pass
first. I think
first.
it's going to affect the enrollment of individuals of color in these universities.
Okay.
And so I think that's going to, in the future, that's going to be a problem.
And why is it going to be a problem? Go to another school?
Well, you can go to another school, but the fact is that those schools aren't available to you.
All of them
aren't available to you because of these particular penalties. The fact is that hey, we're going to have a less diverse population out here working, and I think that's what this president wants.
Okay,
that's my.
All right, I'll play devil's advocate. Thank you much. I appreciate it. And you have a good weekend.
You too as well, my man.
All right, take care. 833-212-1017 is the number. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hey, Dr. Ken. I think we can find diversity maybe through some other means other than race, because one of the things when I think
wait a minute. You can't dismiss race. I'm saying it's not the only thing, but you can't dismiss it.
So where I first heard of this problem becoming a crisis was when a lot of brown Asian people were not getting the slots in schools because they outperformed their peers.
Right.
I don't think that they should not get the spots because they worked harder. I do think they deserve them because of their hard work.
Well,
and they are people of color, and they should not be discriminated against because they're Asian and work harder.
But the school gets to choose who they want in their school. It's not your right to go to that school. They get to decide. And I think the Supreme Court overstepped because they told somebody, no, you got to let these people in. You got to, nope, Asian people deserve to be in that school because they were better. Merit isn't everything. Yeah, it should just be part of it.
Well, if you're discriminating on color or race, that becomes a problem.
How are you discriminating against something that you get to choose? You understand my logic? I'm a private school and I get to dictate who gets in. Well, it's just then don't go to the school. Why would you go somewhere you're not wanted?
When they had segregation, did the white people pick who they wanted to be in their school?
When we had segregation, more black people graduated from college, more black people had jobs, more inventions from black people. We had a better community. We had a better time before integration. So, and Brown versus the Board of Education ruined all that by deliberate, you have to do it by deliberate speed. Well, that's cute, but what they did is close down all the black schools, fired all the black teachers and principals, and shipped us to white schools. So what did that do over time? Nothing.
Yeah, I do think you can reach diversity through other means, whether it's zip code preferencing, income preferencing. Those things aren't inherently race-based or physical characteristics.
You have to include race in it. Why does everybody keep excluding race or making race the only thing?
We create more division when we start focusing on race and sex.
We're already divided. It's human nature. We got Republicans, Democrats, blacks, whites. You got Catholic, Lutheran, Protestant, not Protestant. You got Church of God and Christ. You got Baptists. We're already divided. Why not just respect the division and call it a day? We'll get along so much better.
Well, let's talk about. But the other solution I liked that jumped throughout there was online American universities. So that would be free. You could get your bachelor's there and study any of the disciplines that you want to.
We live in America. Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it?
That's why he's going to tax the endowments to create the.
You shouldn't be taxing endowments. They took advantage of the system and they made money. Some people did, some people didn't. If a black school wants a better endowment, black people need to give back to their alma maters. And then you'll have billions of dollars and you could do it too. But to tax somebody because they took advantage of the American dream that you say the reason why you're going to college makes no sense to me.
I think the online university will equalize.
It's not going to equalize anything. Half the kids today don't even like online. All right, take care. Half the kids today don't even like online school. They want to go brick and mortar. There's so many things that go into it. We're too busy telling everybody else how they have to be. Why don't you just be you? Bottom line, schools need a diverse population. Diversity is not just race. It's socioeconomic, like Al from Sherman Park said, your zip code, all those things. But what it's not going to be is just one thing. Well, this is it. This makes you diverse or not diverse. Will it be ridiculous that Trump is trying to sue somebody for quote unquote reverse discrimination? If you're going to do that, then you need to give us reparations because you owe us before you owe them. Some person got their feelings hurt because somebody decided something or said something to them. Too bad. Till I get my education. Well, I can't say that because my school loans got forgiven. But until people are able to go to school and get it paid for. Now, if you're gonna pay anything for reparation, pay for education. Let me hurry up. I need to try to get to Julius before we go. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I mean, did I play a good enough devil's advocate on both sides? Did I at least do a decent job? I'm just trying. What are you eating? I just want to know.
It's gone now.
Oh, forget it.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Milwaukee Panthers are back in action Tuesday night as they head to Pittsburgh to take on the Duquesne University Dukes.
Lead ahead where Lyric Davis rises up to send it in. Again, the Panthers have Stillwell with 16. Franklin buries a 3 left at the top. He makes it 86-49. He's got 8.
Scott Warris has the coverage Tuesday starting at 5:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
What are some of the things that we need to really focus on to get our fair share of these opportunities, i.e. access to capital?
You know, it's very important to always think about building a strong business plan, understanding the financial parameters around what you're trying to accomplish, building great networks and great relationships so you can have partnerships and building out your dream. And then finding a good financial partner like Old National to help really orchestrate your vision of the organization. And then, as you know, DT, you wouldn't be where you're at because you're phenomenal, doing great work. And then you have to really have to go to work. If you have that dream, you have that vision, the business plan, the financial piece, then you have to really work at it and keep building.
Learn more about the Old National Bank Small Business Empowerment Loan by visiting oldnational.com/small business or contact a small business banker at Old National Bank.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't spend another winter shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal from Pella. No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been a part of your home throughout its history. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024.
Who's looking for
a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Julius, you literally have 30 seconds. What's your question?
Oh, sorry, I got not much time, Ken, but anyway, I thought that we are supposed to be Americans and we're supposed to be, stand toe to toe together, and that's what you hear, in the media and out here in the propaganda. But actually, this country is so polarized, even more so now.
Do you have a question?
And I understand.
I need your question.
My question. Okay, my question is, the things that like black colleges. It's better for us each to teach their own, and then go from there. So, what do you think about that with colleges? We, like what you just stated earlier, back in the day, we did better when we was segregated. My question is, why can't we just create as many higher institutions of learning that we can for ourselves?
All right. So I think that you're absolutely right. I think that both can occur. You can have schools that are diverse. You can have schools that are all white, all black, all Hispanic, all Asian, all religious, all, whatever. And that's it. And I have no problem with that. I totally agree with you, Julius, because we live in America. That's what we can do. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe Show is coming up, and we'll be the best of all weekend long. Make sure you keep it locked in right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Thank you, DJ Brother Z. Appreciate you. Open the mic and say it then.
All right, Dr. Ken from 4 to 6. Let's get it.
All right. Appreciate that. At least I get some love. Hey, have a great weekend. Stay safe. It's supposed to rain. Drive carefully. God bless. I'm out.